Y'all didn't know, boss talk boxing, man. Had a family emergency yesterday, so I was gonna drop this vid yesterday. Actually, I made it, but then I had to take care of my family issue. Y'all pray for the fam, man. You know what I'm talking about? This is what it is. Let's talk boxing. So, Bernie the cheerleader was crying on Fight Hub. We getting straight into it. I ain't got time. This ain't finna be long because the amount of cappery, the amount of lying this nigga crying that this grown man did on that video showed me that these niggas are jealous of Errol Spence. I've never seen a man cry like that. Like, I'm gonna tell like this is why I said the 2020s is weird. These niggas be crying, bro. Like, we gotta stop this, man. You gotta go back to men being men, bro. You got niggas crying in comment sections and, man, what we doing, man? He crying in the video talking about Errol Spence is a media-made fighter, and let's address that shit. Errol Spence fought champions. Errol Spence fought top competition. He has a better resume than you. How the hell is he a media-made fighter? You fought nobody, and I'm talking about Terence Crawford, and you looked at as pound for pound number one. Not on my list. Make that make sense. I digress. He also talks about how PBC, basically put Errol in position. Errol fought his way into position. You know what I mean? Errol earned his respect from his fighting style, how he fights. He's an action-packed fighter. You know what I mean? Action-packed fighter. They do market him well. And that's why I say I sense a sense of jealousy, you know what I'm saying, coming from Terence Crawford and his team, right? I got another video about Terence Crawford in a minute because we're going to talk about his interview on the Pivot podcast because that nigga was on there crying too. So we got that, right? It's just like, man, the only thing I agree with Bernie on was when he talked about Top Rank. When he said that, they did Bud dirty, with the Manny Pacquiao fight. And I advocated a long time ago that he should have got that fight. That should have been a fight he should have got. But he didn't get it. You know what I mean? He didn't get it. It was messed up. I feel like he should have. Top Rank had Manny Pacquiao. He was a champion. You had Terence Crawford, who was looked at as arguably your two top guys at welterweight. They should have fought each other, but it didn't happen, right? So, Jeff Horn got that opportunity before Terence Crawford did. So, it is what it is. I also want to talk about how Bernie talked about, hey, they talking about we should have went to PBC. PBC never came to us. PBC don't have to come to you. They had all the fighters. They had all the top fighters. Why do they need to come to you? You the one at that time wanted smoke with all of them, supposedly, right? You're based off what Team Crawford is saying, based off what Bernie the cheerleader is saying. All of y'all claiming that he wanted top fights with PBC fighters, and they all turned the fights down. So if that's the case, based off your logic, right? Why didn't you take your ass to Al Haymon and say, look, bro, I'm gonna sign with y'all because I want to smoke? Al Haymon don't need you. He didn't need you. He got all the top welterweights. I get it if it was Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, who don't have top welterweights. I get it if it was Eddie Hearn, Lou DiBella. Like, I get it if it was those. Don King. Yeah, they gonna come to you. But Al Haymon don't need to come to you. He got all the welterweights. He had multiple welterweights who had belts at that time before Errol Spence took their belts. Excuse me. He had multiple champions. Why do he need to come to Terence Crawford? And that goes to show you, they think of themselves higher than what they really are. You not selling out like that. You not Floyd. You not Canelo, to where they gotta come to you. They don't have to come to you. They don't need you. And truthfully, the only reason why you got this felt this fight with Errol is because you got a belt. That's it. You wouldn't be relevant without that belt. We got to keep it 1,000. You got a belt. So that's the only reason why. And you held up this division and almost held up this fight because you know that's your leverage. I got the last belt. All this talking and crying, but Terence Crawford is a media-made fighter. I don't want to hear no bubba in the comment section talking about, oh, well, he fought Olympians and undefeated fighters. Were they champions? And were they top fighters at 147 pounds? See, when you start talking about resumes, right? When you start talking about resumes, I know Terence Crawford's full resume. I know who he fought, 135, 140, 147. You can't come in the comment section and tell me no bullshit. This ain't that type of channel. When I told you I used to watch Terence Crawford, I watched Terence Crawford. That was one of my favorite fighters. He still is one of my favorite fighters. You know what I mean? But we got to call a spade, bro. We men at the end of the day. And like I keep telling, like I told y'all niggas last time, I'ma keep it 1,000. So I don't give a damn who you are. If you doing some sideways stuff, you getting called out. I don't care if you was my daddy, my mama, I ain't letting shit slide. Hey man, hey, you moving funny. It's gonna get announced. It's gonna get talked about. Hey bro, you moving sideways. And I expect anybody that fool with me to tell me the same thing. Keep it real with me. Hey bro, pull me to the side. Hey man, you moving funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I didn't have partners that I didn't had to do that too. You know, some of us, hey man, we got arguments, we got in the gloves, or hey, we was able to resolve that issue right then and there. But it got resolved, and afterwards it was cool. You know what I mean? Everything was better. Matter of fact, better than the fuck at first. As men, you got to be able to do that, bro. If somebody moving sideways, you got to be able to, or even to a woman, you know, somebody moving sideways, you got to be able to be like, man, look, you ain't moving right. You know what I mean? You moving kind of snakish, and that's got to be the mentality. I'm not gonna change who I am for nobody. So when I come into this boxing game, you getting Boss Hog K-Po in this boxing game. We taking it over. So I don't care if Errol's moving like that. If Errol's moving sideways, he'll get talked about. The nigga ain't moving sideways. The nigga did exactly what he said he was gonna do. If I could criticize him, I would, you know, it would be about the accident. You know what I mean? And prior to that, him ballooning up in weight. But he already took ownership of that as a man. He ain't made no excuses. He said, man, you know, I used to balloon up in weight. He took ownership of that shit. So it's really, it buried the hatchet. You know what I'm saying? As a man, he took ownership. Hey man, shit, you know. Hey man, I used to balloon up in weight, you know, between fights, and you know, I had fat camps, and you know, hey, I was drinking, you know, like. But Errol not going on. You don't see people on Errol team coming over here crying on this YouTube channel. You don't see him saying this over here, then coming over here saying this. Contradicting himself. And then this is the thing about Bernie the cheerleader. I ain't never seen a man like that boy, like he that stuff that nigga was doing some sack chases. I ain't finna hold you. I get it. Bud is his partner, you know, like that's his, you know, that's his ride or die right there. And I get it, bro. But at the end of the day, it's fight week. At the end of the day, it's fight week. Keep that shit short. Hey man, None of that matter. July 29th, we whooping Errol ass. That's all you need to say. You know? But nah, this nigga went on a tangent. Like, some of the stuff the reporter didn't even ask this man. He just started going off. Oh yeah, and Errol this, and Errol sucked, and blah, blah. Errol's a pretty good fighter. That's another thing. You know, I watch Errol now. He's a pretty good fighter. So, when you was commenting on Errol Spence before, you never seen this nigga fight, which is cap. I know that nigga watch Errol Spence fight. But he tried to say, oh, I just started watching him. He do some things good. He's a pretty good fighter. Listen to the stuff these niggas be saying, bro. Now, me personally, I think the nigga lying. I think he been watching Errol. He watch Errol. But based off what he's saying, it kind of sounds casualish. When he said, oh, I just started watching Errol. I've been looking at him. But Bud been watching Errol. Yeah, Bud been watching Errol with hate in his eyes. Hate and envy. I told y'all this nigga jealous of Errol Spence. I told y'all this shit like a year ago. I said this nigga is jealous of Errol Spence. Y'all wanna listen to me. I'm telling y'all, man. And let me tell y'all, buddy, something. The difference between y'all and real boxing fans is this. And I'm a close. If Bud win, y'all gonna celebrate. Y'all finna come in. You know, y'all showing y'all hand already. Y'all niggas already talking about, yeah, I'm gonna be back. Yeah, I'm gonna be back. And I told you, bring your ass back over here. We don't run for no smoke, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come back over here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come find you, matter of fact. But if that nigga lose, which I predict he do, y'all gonna be like that boy Red from Friday. You gonna cry in the car. That's what it is. You gonna cry in the car. He gonna cry in the car. That's finna be y'all. That's just what it is. July 29th, whether Errol win or lose, my channel still gonna be here. Whether Errol win or lose, my channel still gonna flourish. Like I told you last time, you can't stop what God got in for me, man. My channel flourishing because God wanted to. It ain't because of Errol, it ain't because of Bud. It's because of God wants my channel to flourish. Stuff happens for a reason. Understand that. Boss gone.